'Cause you make me feel better, so let's make up, make up.
Time to thank all three of you for speaking with us today. How are all of you doing?
Good.
Really
It's a
good.
beautiful morning. Just
Yes.
enjoying the sun.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, thanks for speaking with us. So to start off, for those who may not know, can you tell us a little bit about Sheer Element and how it came to be?
So we are a group of three. We've been singing together since like 2020, right when the pandemic started. We started by accident too, which is so funny as the thing because we're all best friends, and we would just be drinking some wine and watching TV and be like, let's just sing a cover together for fun. And then we posted it, and then it just went viral. And then we were like, okay, maybe we should just do another, and then another. And now we're here. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. There's just something about those nights where you don't even expect anything to come out of it, but it's like, hey, we're having a good time. Let's try this out. And then, I mean, in your case, it was successful. So I think that's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course. And so when talking about your style, you would describe your style as a blend of infectious pop melodies and smooth R&B harmonies. And that was evident in your blind audition for The Voice. You all performed a cover of Silk Sonic's Leave the Door Open, which was exceptional. I might be biased because that's probably one of my favorite songs. I love Leave the Door
Us
Open.
too. We were so
Same.
excited.
Same.
When we
Oh
got
my
the song, we love that song. It's like one of our favorites. So
Yeah.
Oh my God, Silk Sonic is probably one of my favorites at the moment, and they are amazing. So your cover was exceptional. And not only did I think that, no, not only did the audience think that, but so did the coaches because you got three chairs turned by Chance the Rapper, Nye Horan, and Kelly Clarkson. And ultimately you chose Kelly Clarkson. So how come?
well, I think it's kind of obvious why we chose Kelly. I mean, we know Jedge has worked with her before on this that he was on previously, so he had like really great things to say about Kelly. But obviously, like working with Nile and Chance was also like a very big decision. Like we were talking about it a lot. Okay, who turns? Because we kind of had to like huddle really quickly on stage. So we talked about it a lot. Who's gonna turn? Like whoever turns, who would we choose? But one thing that Kelly said during our blind audition was that she felt like song choice was really important. And like what we were just talking about, Leave the Door Open, one of our favorite songs. We love singing that, and we really love singing R&B and pop music. So when she said that, I think that was like kind of the deciding. Yeah. And she's won with the trio before, so
Right.
That's true. And it's funny, speaking of, Judge, you were a contestant in season 16 and you were a soloist. So can you tell me a little bit about how it felt competing as a soloist versus coming back a few seasons later as a trio?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It's so different, but like both times, like I really enjoyed the experience as a soloist. Obviously, there's a lot more pressure because I was doing it all by myself, and I got into the competition like not knowing anybody at all. So I kind of had to force myself to be in like social circles and kind of be friends with people, which was fun. But like being in a trio was even more fun for me because we're all really best friends already. We got to stay in a hotel, bonded. It was way easier to make friends this time. And like practicing songs, it just felt like there's less pressure, like less nerves. And I love singing harmonies, so it felt really good to like sing on stage. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. And I like that you mentioned, when you were a soloist, it kind of forced you to, interact with other contestants and things like that, which is also what I wanted to ask. Did you feel almost less nervous and more of a safe space because this time you weren't doing it alone and you were, within a trio and you kind of had people to lean on rather than being a soloist? And it's like, oh, like this is only me. This is specifically me and my journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Like honestly, like when I was doing it before on my own, like I would rant to them and my other friends, but I feel like no one can truly relate like with how like nerve-wracking and the pressure and all of that. But like now that I have these two, like we all share that pressure, and like we do meditate together before we perform. We talk about our performance together, we practice together. So yeah, I feel like that was a really good like bonding experience for us as a group.
That's so awesome. And so throughout your time on The Voice, what would you say, this could be collectively all three of you or each individually, what was the biggest lesson that Kelly Clarkson taught you?
Hmm. That's such a good question. There's so many. She's so
Oh,
sweet.
um, I think that, I mean, I don't know if she like necessarily taught me this like directly, but just like knowing who she is and how confident she is, and knowing her, I watched American Idol when I was a kid, so knowing her whole experience there and how she has always like just been so confident and so herself, and just, you know, no insecurities. Like she's very secure in who she is. So that was something that like inspired me about her while we were on the show.
Yeah, I would say from both times, like I think her resilience like really spoke to me. And I just feel like that shows that consistency can really take you all the way if you just never give up. Like she really has that like fighter spirit in her, and you can just see that like off and on camera. So yeah, everybody Tim.
Um, I would say that she did teach me like more about like I guess the art of song in a way. Like during the like we didn't really meet with her that many times, but of the few we did, like she really was able to like show me at least like, oh wow, like you could add this and this part and this will really make
Yeah,
the
true.
song so much better. Just do it. Like just the littlest things will make a big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, yeah, we love Kelly Clarkson over here too. So
Love her.
Stan, Stan.
amazing. Yeah.
But
And
she's
so
exact.
let's,
Oh, sorry.
what happened?
I was just gonna say she's exactly the same way, like in person as she is like on TV or whatever. She's just like a really like genuine person.
I love that. That's always great to hear. I hate when you hear somebody and it's like they're so amazing on TV and then like behind the scenes they're not that great of a person.
I
So
know.
like Kelly Clarkson, it is so so great to hear that.
Yeah.
And so let's switch gears now and talk about what you guys call the heartbreak song of the summer, What I Want. Give me all the details about that. What was that like? What was the writing process? What was that all about?
So this song is literally my favorite thing right now. And it was so fun. We recorded it last summer and just being able to work with Rico, and we went to Miami and the weather is so nice and the humidity is good for the voice, and it was just so magical. Like he wrote the song in like
Rico Love is
yeah,
the
Rico
official
Love.
name,
Yeah. He wrote the song in like an hour, and we were just sitting there like in awe, like how is he doing this? Like seriously.
Mhm.
Anybody else? No.
Yeah, I just felt like that experience, like being in that studio and seeing him write it so fast and so masterfully, like was so cool. And I love that he gave us like the freedom and the liberty to like make it our own. And he was actually encouraging us to like make it sheer element, because that's the whole reason why he wanted to work with us so bad, was because like he was a fan of our covers. And even just saying that's like it's just so surreal. But like yeah, that was like a really fun process because we would just all like kind of bounce off ideas off of each other, and we would record ideas we'd hear. So yeah.
And just for context, Rico Love wrote like Sweet Dreams by Beyonce. He wrote a few like popular Usher songs. He's the guy who says like turn the lights on, like
Yeah.
in his song. So
Uh-huh.
anyway, like we've been a fan of him, and so when he reached out to us, it was like
Yeah.
really exciting.
Yeah.
So
That's so exciting. And I think I don't know. I feel like in the last few summers, we haven't had like that song of the summer. Like I remember distinctively, like when I was a kid hearing certain songs, like I remember that summer specifically. So I don't know, you guys might sneak in and just grab the song of the summer. Like,
I'm really manifesting.
yes, we're putting it into the universe. What I Want is going to be the song of the summer.
Thank you.
And so aside from that, I hear there is an EP in the works. Can we get all the details on that?
Yeah, Tavon.
Yeah, so we have an EP coming out in the fall sometime. We're really super excited. We are still finishing up like a few songs that are going to be on there.
Mhm.
There's videos coming,
Mhm.
and like live performances of the songs coming, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just really
we
exciting.
got a lot
Yeah.
in the works.
I think we're really excited about this because this is our first like collection of original music.
Mhm.
And we're excited about the theme of the EP. Just so like, can I give them a little hint of what it's about? It's basically just like about like all of the emotions you feel like while you're in a relationship, or while you're having a breakup, or while you're like, having like this huge crush on somebody. So I think that we're really excited to like show people like those songs and the messages and the lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like bringing in like R&B nostalgia from like the
Right.
2000s,
Yeah.
trying to make it.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
nostalgic.
We're
Yeah.
bringing it back.
You're bringing it
Yeah.
back. Exactly.
For sure. And I mean, listen, that's gonna be perfect for fall. Like everybody loves like a good breakup album, around
Yeah.
fall
Yeah.
time. It's gloomy, it's cold, like
All everyone's summer flings are
Yeah.
like
It's giving everything. Honestly, it's giving sexy, it's giving sadness, it's giving depression. So it's kind of all in one package.
all checks in my playlist. I cannot wait for it to come out. I'm so excited now. And so aside from the EP, you've also been booming on TikTok, and you guys just have a lot of things coming up. So can you tell me a little bit about what's in the works in the future aside from the EP? And is there anything we can expect to see from you guys?
should I answer?
Yeah. Well,
So I mean, like we said, aside from like the actual songs of the EP, we have some music videos coming out. We have a lot of live versions of songs that we're working on. We're really excited about that too. We are. Should I announce the relation?
no, yeah.
Okay, we will have. Okay. Sorry, I'm like, what can I say? Yeah.
You can say like
But we will be having shows coming up soon.
Yeah.
That we're just planning all that out right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much
Yeah,
it. Just
I think-
shows coming up. Lots of content that we're working. I would say content is like really we're working on that right now, and we're really excited to be able to plan and announce our live shows soon. So yeah.
That's so exciting. We can't wait to see.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Thank you.
Of course. And lastly, I just want to ask you what we ask every single person we interview is, what piece of advice do you have for somebody, mainly an emerging artist who wants to be where you are?
Oh, consistency. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
like that's my number one. And obviously like the talent, like let the talent speak for itself, but I feel like a lot of artists give up way too early in their careers, and it's usually that kind of breaking point where you have to keep going. And so that's just my number one advice, to like never stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep going, don't give up, but really consistency, like post the stuff that you're not 100% sure of, and you know what I mean, like just keep posting and keep like doing shows, and
Figure yourself out.
and eventually it will pay off.
Yeah. And I like to say like it doesn't get easier even after, but like it gets more fulfilling.
For real,
Yeah,
for real.
that's true.
And like practicing, like looking back, because I feel like with us too, like we also tend to be like, we're such perfectionists, like all three of us, so at times we kind of like forget to look back, but I feel like it's good to have the friends that like are doing the same thing together, because we can remind ourselves to look back on our progress.
Yeah.
And like we've come like a really long way. So yeah.
One
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
Sorry.
say it.
because we've been talking about this a lot lately, but that it's not gonna be like, it's not gonna be an incline like this.
Yeah,
It'll be
no.
like a up and then some downs, and then up and then down and then up, but it'll slowly go up.
Like
So-
stocks.
Yeah, like
Yes.
stop.
Yes.
Okay.
Say like a roller coaster, but stocks works too.
Right.
That's totally fine.
It's so funny.
But those were all such great pieces of advice. So with that, I wanted to share element. I want to take the time once again to thank you for speaking with us at Blaire Magazine, and we cannot wait to see what you guys do in the future.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you guys. Have a great one.